to make our conference in FB Live. We are on the first step to see how to make it in Facebook Live. Yes. Good evening, Mrs.
Good evening,
Litai or
everyone.
GT. How to pronounce your name? Lee or Tai or... You can unmute the mic. How to pronounce your good name? We begin at 6:10. We have just a little time. Marine, you should make your yes. Lilibet, if you can make us the screenshot for today. I will make recording, but just the photo if you have time. Lilibet?
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Right.
Thank you. I don't know, but if it is easy, how we can make the conference in FB Live? Have you any idea or no? Lilibet?
Those who had the live stream of your Facebook, just that's only
I open my Facebook and I let it make it with Zoom.
There is live there in your Facebook. You can see there. But in our technical team, we had a technical team in charge of this. So my assignment mostly is on the conference and the host and of course the moderator. So mostly we had 4 technical teams that we have to. That one, the technical team is always on the part of admitting, and one is preparing the Facebook Live. Alright, so we can have that. I thought, Laura, you are preparing for Facebook.
Me,
Now, Laura, you're preparing for Facebook Live.
Now you see the conference in Facebook.
I'm not sure how to do this. How to go live in Facebook. I mean, I have the possibility to.
The one who are preparing the Zoom is just the one who are having the Facebook Live. So that's I understand.
I will make it easy.
We will ask the boys later on. Later, we will ask Patrick or Noor.
No problem. No. I am trying to make it.
Okay.
Yes. Look, Lilibet. It is on Facebook now.
The chat.
I don't know.
The chat.
It's on Facebook now. I don't know if if we are on Facebook or not. Elizabeth,
Yes, brother.
I make the sharing for the Zoom.
I will see it.
Yes. It's shared or not? I make sharing.
Okay.
It is visible on Facebook or no?
This is also recorded, my dear brother. It's also recorded.
I will record, but not. Just I ask if it is shared on Facebook Live.
The Facebook there is live photos and live event. You can share the live there. You can see that.
It's written. Facebook is sharing a window.
Okay.
Yep. 4 minutes. Normally it's shared or no? On Facebook, huh? Please, if anyone show the FB Live on Facebook if it is shared or no. Either we will begin.
Hello, Dada. Nice to see you again.
Yes, we
Yes.
see the other before 20 minutes.
Okay. A very inspiring day.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. We had finished a 3-day conference with all participants are always enthusiastic.
Listen, Lilibet. I think that from Dari, the conference is the most visited conference. 300 people. Three more. It was 400 in few minutes.
Yeah.
I never see that neither than the big science conferences.
Because the conference have sponsors and they participate all the children, the students, and also the faculty. The faculty are all present there, and we had also invited guests from other institutions regarding on the contribution of the partners of the school. So it's so very have amazed number of participants. We end at this time we had 200 participants yet without hesitant to leave.
Big number, yes.
Yeah, okay.
1 minute and we begin. And we begin by Marina, our first, and Liti or Letai, our second. The third, Lika, the first speaker, Gvanza. I don't know if Laura, she is here. Lika, please,
I'm
if you
here.
can. Yes, I see you.
Yeah.
Good evening.
I can read Marina's presentation. I want to help her. I will share her presentation at first time. If you let me share my screen, I will read her presentation. Or Marina can share this presentation and I will read.
Yes. No, we can. But just you and kindly, Gvanza, change your background as your spot. Good
Okay.
evening, Gvanza.
Okay.
Thank you. You will speak to Marina or she will speak to alone?
I will speak except of Marina, and if you let me, I can share my desktop. The presentation I have, Marina's presentation is with me.
No, you can share. It's open.
Okay. I'll change my desktop.
And we have just good evening, and we start at 6 p.m. Arabic Saudi. Good evening, every speaker, and nice to join us and to be with this building and this big family. Happy to see you for all the speakers who have the habit, and they have always and they are always present in our international conference. We hope all the success for all the speakers. As usual, we have a lot of awards, and we will make, maybe we don't have a special jury as we discussed in the 5th conference, but we will make from ours, and we are 14 speakers for 2 days, 7 and 7 for tomorrow. We will make like a form, a Google form, and every and each speaker, she will know 3 speakers. Nice to see you, and we open officially our 6th international conference. Hope that we share a lot of medicinal plants and traditional herbs from each country. And each country have a lot of very fauna and very plants and special medicinal plants. And I hope if you can manage how we use these traditional plants and lotion, special with this COVID and this worldwide pandemic. Nice to begin and to see you, Lika. You can begin by your first with Marine Tabades.
I want to show Marina Tabata this presentation. She presents her experience, all the plants, medical plants.
Recording in progress.
All the medical plants which she suggests us to show. Everything is used in her family. She proud that she is preparing all the plants from historically in her family. Now I can show you Marina's presentation, another page.
Can you make please the full screen?
Yeah, I have full screen. Many plants are used for healing and prophylaxis. The garden of medical plants was an anxiety used in Golkheti. Golkheti is the west part of Georgia. Lentils, Venus here, dogwood, papyrus, birch, lavender, mint, saffron, poppy, catalpa, and other were cultivated there. The beneficial properties of medicinal plants are due to their various biological activities and so on, with the presence of active substances such as alkaloids, glycosids, saponins, essential oils, gums, resins, muscles, vitamins, phytocytes, and so on, which have some effects of psychological processes taking place in humans and animals. The microbes that cause various diseases. I'd like to tell you about her family traditions. I will single out a few of many plants that have healing as well as healing properties. Every human body is individual, and if we want to be healthy for a long time, we must live in a healthy lifestyle. What is the need for chemical medicine that nature offers us many useful plants? Here are some plant-based infusions for my body that are pleasant to drink and beneficial. Now she is presenting mint, which is so popular in our country. Mint is still actively used for healing today. This fragrant plant contains many phytoncides and substances that have anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, and analgesic action. This is very useful fruit in Georgia. Ablatiha is known as the Russian name. Hippophae ramonides. This is, as a Georgian we call this catfish food, is rich in multivitamins, that it contains a large amount of sugar, organic acid, vitamin B1, B2, C, A, E, or P, carotene, thiamine, riboflavin, as well as castor seeds are rich with vitamins. Serotonin is found in the bark of the cat, and which is tested as an anti-tumor agent. Every family uses this fruit the late autumn in our country. This is very famous. Also, Masticaria chamomilla, chamomile preparation reduces bile, duck plants enhances bile secretion, reduces inflammatory processes. Chamomile soothing tea is used for intestinal spots and flatulence. There are so much flowers in our country all the time, the whole year. Lime is very popular also. Lime has been used by our ancestors in folk medicine since ancient times because all parts of the tree are useful and healing. The flowers, the leaves, and bark and the buds. In Georgia, mainly Caucasian lime in common. Cold, bronchitis, pneumonia, lime is a cure for this disease. Keep in mind you cannot drink lime tea in case of heart failure. The next is honey. Honey is a naturally enhances metabolism, has bactericidal, anti-inflammatory, and tonic effects, accelerates tissue regeneration, regulates the work of the digestive system, stimulates the work of internal organs and the immune system. Also, I can add this information and that all the parts of Georgia has a different taste of honey. It depends on the flowers which is popular in each of these districts of Georgia. The tradition of her Marinas family is passed down from generation generation to generation, making a jewelry tincture for babies, an important component of which is the dandelion. Okay, that was her experience about this medical plant, and she thanks you for attention, and I thank you also for attention.
Thank you very much, Lika. She take a little part maybe because all Georgia team, and we have a lot, she takes some plants, but I think, and I make a little search, we have many medicinal plants in Georgia. Thank you,
we
Lika.
have a lot of plants in Georgia. It's very difficult to put everything in one conference. We have a lot of, and all people use these medical plants in their family. And nowadays in countryside they are using this. It's very difficult in capital city, but we can buy in drugstore.
Also, we have a lot of little factory as a familiar also company. They make many lotion, many homemade lotion and medicinal plants and distillation for oil like this. We have many things in Georgia. Thank you, Lika, and waiting also for your presentation. Now we pass and welcome our second speaker, Lita, from Vietnam, and glad to see you and to join too quickly in 2 days our conference. Nice to see you, and you have the floor and you can share your PowerPoint. Unmute yourself and you have the mic.
Yeah, okay. Can you hear me?
Yes. Welcome. Yes, you have the floor and you can begin. Just put it in the full screen. Welcome another time. Yes.
Okay, let's good evening, good morning, good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I would like to give best wishes to all the host, organizer and speaker, and all the audiences today. And some brief introduction from me. I am Leti Mayang, an English teacher from Vietnam, a beautiful country, and hope that one day you have chance to visit our countries. And Vietnam is endowed with a variety of animal and plant, but in my speaking today, I will share with you one of the rarest plant. It is one of the most precious medicine and product in Vietnam. Can you see on the screen? It is the image picture of one tuber. It's very rare and precious in Vietnam. Can you guess the name, right? And it is a ground ginseng or Hoàng Sinh Khôn Vietnamese name. Yeah, ginseng rest medicine, rest product in Vietnam. And Hoàng Sinh Khôn is a ginseng tuber that is healthy like ginseng cheap as potato that nature favor for people of Highland in for communal Alu Ngải Thầu Y Tý Trịnh Tường Bát Sát District Lào Cai Province, Vietnam. I'm a teacher in Lào Cai Province. The city and the province has one of the tuber, as you can see on the screen, ginseng or Hoàng Sinh Khôn in Vietnam. Yeah, Vietnamese name, right? And a ground ginseng root, also known as ginseng, Hoàng Sinh Côn ginseng, giant trees, natural treasures, only growing in cold climates and altitude of more than 1,500 meters from sea levels, and there's only one harvest per year, late autumn and early winter. Below 1,500 meters and ground ginseng does not have a sweet taste. Below maybe 1,000 meters, the trees will not give tubers. Because of this feature, the current Hoàng Sinh Côn or ginseng tuber only give good quality when grown in Lào Cai province, my hometown. Yeah. And according to many studies and analysis, Hoàng Sinh Côn roots contain formalic acid and cellulose fiber, which is a natural source of antioxidant, and so they have many uses such as supporting treatment of colon cancer, supporting treatment of diabetes and obesity-related diseases. In 2018, OnCommune obtained 20 tons of tuber. By 2019, the output has increased 10 tons to about 200 tons of tuber. In particular, in 2020, the total production and sale will reach 2,200 to 2,500 tons of red tubers. Ginseng is a precious product in Vietnam. For Vietnamese people, there are many dishes and uses of Hoàng Sinh Côn such as ginseng vermicelli, ginseng tea, ginseng juice, some product, for example, food, some steam, and some salad, or tea, or meat, or jam, for example. You can see on the screen some picture. They are product made from ginseng, one of the rarest and precious tuber in Lào Cai in Vietnam, my countries. In the picture, I and my colleagues are cooking some food from this kind of tuber, right? And you can see on the screen the first product made from ginseng, one tuber is one is ginseng vermicelli, right? It's very, very delicious. You can cook and you can fry. You can stir with some vegetable. It's very, very delicious and good. And normally people with diabetes and blood pressure obese people, lower blood sugar, heat, cool, and livers, cause support diabetes treatment, high blood pressure treatment, colon cancer treatment, weight loss, support for obesities, right? And next one is mixed salad. Normally people with diabetes and high blood pressure and obese people, lower blood sugar, heat, and cool the liver can eat this kind of food. It's fresh and easy to eat. Vietnamese people like to eat this kind of food very much. It's on the table of every household chores. Yes. And next one is black chicken toast stir with ground ginseng. Stir with ginseng root is an easy to eat soup that bring a lot of nutrition, especially for the elderly people and children. This is very right choice for everyone, for every family. Especially this soup is not fat, so anyone can eat it without fear of gaining weight. And this one is ground ginseng fried with beef. Sorry, it is ginseng tea. On screen, the picture of tea. This is a special type of tea because it extracted from the root and a tuber, precious medicine. This medicine contains natural sugar with phenolic acids, so it is very good for everyone, especially for the people with heart disease and diabetes, right? And next one is ginseng syrup. Very delicious, and syrup is a perfect product extracted from ginseng tuber. It's very nutritious drink. This syrup we can mix with some warm water and mix with a variety of fruits. It can be mixed with other juices to create a cold, delicious, healthy drink. A syrup stored in the fridge can be used all year round. And you can see is on the screen the picture of the teacher and the student in my school. Seeing the benefits of the King of Ginseng, teacher and student of Lao Cai High School No. 1, Vietnam, where I'm teaching, participated in a startup project for students. A group of students together built an idea, gather capital under the guidance of the family and the teachers. Open a small store and factory to extract to produce dishes, a product from ginseng and sell to the market. The project was very successful and won the third national prizes. And profit of their product and business has been deducted to help the poor children, disadvantaged students, so that they can continue to go to school. And it is a humane project that educates the humanity for the student and help them to develop their economy and career guidance from precious local crop product. And so this confidence, I would like to show some of the student product from ginseng, a precious medicine of Vietnam. It is a picture of me and some colleagues guiding some students take part in the national competition for start up the student project, right? And on the product made from ginseng are very delicious and welcomed by all the guests and the judges of the competition. And so the confidence, I would like to say that very proud and grateful to be here. I'm here. It gives me a big chance to learn from all the experts, educators, and researchers. Once again, I wish all the best. Wish you success and honor in life. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's all my speaking. Thank you.
Thank you to be here. Great presentation. Really, the dancing. Yes, we can applaud a little bit And special Asia and all Asia is very, very, very rich about ginseng. Ginseng and ginger, they are maybe the most famous and the best in all the medicinal plants existing in all the globe and in all the earth. Ginseng and ginger. And we have a lot of many things. Thank you, Liti, and glad also to join our family. It's a great presentation. Can you please stop your PPT?
Yes, thank you.
And now we can invite. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you to be here and to accept also our invitation. Our first speaker, Nada. Happy to see you again and in our 6th international conference. And all the medical plants and traditional herbs from Croatia. Thank you, and you have the floor, and welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Greetings from Croatia. I'm very glad to be here today. Thank you, Dr. Vasev, and also I'm grateful to the presenters before, Lika, it was wonderful, and Lily, also amazing presentation. Now I will present a case study from Croatia, the medical plants and traditional herbal products. As Lika said before, we have so many plants. I also choose a few because in this time we cannot show all what we have, but really the flora is rich, and we have the nature, mountains, fields. You see here between the rocks, and really, now I will tell how many plants do we have. So, turn to the nature and cure many elements without chemicals, industrial harmful preparations. What about medicinal plants growing in Croatia? In Croatia, that is really traditional. We have we have many agricultural land, and we have a good climate, and I can say perfect conditions for the plants. Our history is going used before 16,000 years, many herbals, and about 12,000 compounds we have now. Why we use these medicinal herbs? We all know that today the medicine, yes, it is rapidly growing, the pharmacy and this industry. I'm sure that our COVID is coming from our pharmacy industry. There is nobody who will tell me that it is not the truth, because they are the monopoly on the trade. So we all return to this traditional medicine for many illness like asthma, cancer, hormonal migraines, arthritis, and so we drink a lot of tea. We use many preparates from home made, or we buy from someone who is producing that. And as I said, like a tea, oil, liquid tinctures, that is what we are using. Many plants. Chamomilla we see at Lika. I also choose it. I adore chamomilla. Why? Because she has anti-allergic, septic, inflammatory for us. Then we have others like many lemons, many balms. So I said many plants. Lavender, hemp, because I think this Mediterranean part, as I said, our climate is great for the plants. Characteristic, I think that Dr. Vasev also in his country has amazing plants because the climate is good, and that is a traditional of the nation, civilization, and we are going through years through this. What about the production? We have, yes, we have a lot of synthetic productions, which are based on the raw material, using instructions, using parts of the plants, and we use it for the colonies, toilet soap, toothpaste, and food industry. We see before how we use it in the food industry. I use a lot aloe vera. Also, I have a house at the sea, and in my garden is almost aloe vera, and also in the home. Why? I will show you why aloe vera is for me one, not only, but one of the first. She is really a queen of medical plants. But you need to have the real. We have more than 300 types. Here I fit 250, but I know that we have more than 300. It is similar like a cactus-like plant, but she grows 60 centimeters, and if you know what is aloe vera, you will recognize her. She has many nutrients, vitamins. You see almost all vitamins: magnesium, zinc, mangan, iron, antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, for the laxative effects, neutralize for women, for the stomach problems, normalize pH, for the heart, for the asthma, for the allergies. So aloe and preparations from aloe are great for your health. And also the World Health Organization proved that. Mayo Clinic use it. Also many in the, as I said, good science-based used on the Mayo Clinic. First, I want to show that we ladies like to be beautiful, and first me, I don't use cosmetics, only the lipstick, never use, so I use only some masks from the honey and aloe vera, and I make it alone. You see what you need: 3 tablespoons of gel removed from aloe vera, 1 tablespoon of honey. You need to mix it well. It must to stay 20 minutes, and then you clean it with the water. I don't have a problematic skin, never had, but I like to make these masks, and I make it also for my friends in my free time, but I don't have a lot of free time, but I use it for these smart things. Aloe is a recipe. We have a great recipe against cancer. Father Romano Zago from Brazil make this recipe, and our priest in Croatia continue with this tradition. And also, not only the priest, you can make it alone in your home, but you need to have aloe vera, which needs to be used. You need to remove all the thorns, cut it into pieces, and put it in the blender. For tumors of uterus, for breast, prostate, brain, colon, bones, leukemia, and really many people use this. And if it is in the first stage, it can really help you a lot. What you need here also, you need to have lemons, but also not organic lemons. You need to have a kilo of honey and alcohol. We use alcohol what we make from our cherries or our apples, something also on the natural base. Never the alcohol which you buy. You must blend it and put it in the bottles and in the fridge. And you consume it 1 to 2 tablespoons, and 10 to 12 days you can drink that. Then you can make a little pause, and again you can use it maybe after 1 month, 15 days. It depends. Do you have a really big problem? But you can use it if you don't have no problem, because this is really very healthy. Because I know that today we work a lot. We don't eat healthy food, and we need. I don't like to buy vitamins and other things. I'm really for this traditional medicine. And I think that this is great to have and use. Here is a book what he make, and here is a recipe. It is on the Croatian language, but I want to show he has it in the garden. Another is a lady's grass. We call it lady's grass. Lady's grass, gospina trava on Croatia. She regenerates the skin. Also very good on my village. You see, in every part, if you move to the sea or if you move to the mountain, you can always find some kind of plants that you can use in your everyday you can use. So lady's grass is wonderful for the regenerate, also for the skin and for people who are in depression. Yarrow stolesnik, great for stomach. You see, we have the white, and also we have the yellow. Why I choose the white? Because the white is for the medicinal uses, and it is on the 1,070 meters, so above the sea, and many sunscreens, creams, lotion has stolesnik in like one of the things I said. Here I show these two preparates which make. This is called gaves. I can say that in Croatia, with this traditional medicine, almost our priests they do this thing a lot, and young people, young family. Because we can get grants from European Union for the field. For if you have a field or if you have land where you can plant it, you can get a grant. Kamomila, likanan show kamomila. In Croatia, we have our Croatian, but if you want to make kamomila for the export, then we choose German chamomile for the export. Lavender, you see how looks lavender. Lavender is a queen of Mediterranean. We have a lot of lavender for antiseptic, antibacterial, for circulation, and for rheumatic pains. Mint for tea. Lika also show mint. Not only for tea, for cooking, like for colds, colds, and many soup salads we use it. Kadula, sage kadula. Kadula is great for the tea, for the mask, for the cramps, and for the cosmetics pharmacy, great. Smilja is something that is really traditional, and it is very, very expensive. Before 3 to 4 years, many families are taking things about this. Why? Because you see, 1 kilogram is 2,000 euros, and really a lot of money. But if you have the plantation of the immortal smilje, you need to take care of that, because it is really, really expensive, but very, very healthy and very useful. Shipurak, pomegranate, almost for the tea. Pharmacy use it for food and regeneration, wrinkles, acne, scars. So what about Croatia? We really have a growing medicinal plant. Why? because I said perfect conditions, and we can do that. Uses, as I said, for cosmetic medicine to protect the privacy, and we have a big number of consumers. What about the markets in Europe? 36,000 companies in Europe grow. You see here, I choose Europe, I find it from the Eurostat. Croatia is a small country. We have only 3,800,000 people, really small. And you see, we have how many hectares do we have about this medicinal herbal market. We more export than import. Here is a technology production, and in every technology production, you need to use all the steps of production and producing the medicinal and cosmetic products. Here, see how can we do it. Here are the steps: select a plant, cultivation, form, storage, distillation, purification, and then going packaging. In Croatia, I said this before, so I will go with too high earnings for direct sales. You can live really good if you are working this also. Protected. I want to show only few protected plants in Croatia, and they are very healthy. See, our money, our Croatia kuna has one of the protected plants. You will see it, and also our postmark has. So we are really taking care about this, and it is visible everywhere. Everywhere is visible, and this plant you see, this is one of Croatia stars called Velebit degenia. You see where it is growing. It is growing between the two rocks. And as I showed before, on the mountain Velebit, we have a Croatia 50 lipa coin, and you have this degenia only on Velebit and nowhere. Runolis also, it is protected. Eelgrass, one of the most popular protected plants. You see where it is growing, Velebit, again only on our mountains and between the rocks and grasslands. Here I want to show few student activities. We do a lot of things. So this was for one project, one of the activities. Students are making their herbarium. I am economic, but I have a subject called consumer business responsibility. And then in this subject, we have one part called sustainability, and I really work with my students, and they need to have it in the hand to storage that, to see, to know, because really in Croatia we are rich with the plants a lot. So this is my case study. Many young people find their job in this profession. They can get grants from European Union. The climate is great. We don't use no contaminants. We have really big quality standards, and health is always on the first place. Without microbes, organisms, mycotoxins, heavy metals, pesticides, and that is the quality for the medical plants and traditional herbal plants. So when you go for a walk in the nature, remember that plants protected you. Take care of them too. Protected plants have a place in nature, not in a vase. Thank you for attention. Sending much love for our beautiful Croatia island in like a heart. Thank you.
Thank you, Radel. thank you for this immense, really is a big flora, and I believe that many countries, they have a lot of flora, but how to convince people to omit and to take and to let down all the medicine and the medicaments and to put and to use, like you say, this is an apotheca. Aloe vera, it should be in every house, in each.
Yes, I didn't mention, like example, we have aronia also. So I choose aloe, but we have aronia. Aronia is on the second place, but we don't have time, and you can show all. So I choose the one for me, but there are many, and really
what
we
you make
need to
is
use
amazing, and thank you, Nader. Thank you for this interesting. Lika, welcome, and also the flora of Georgia.
So am I once again. I will take your attention for a moment. This is the international conference with medical plants, and we have a lot of medical plants in our territory in Georgia, each part of Georgia, and we cannot gather every plant, but the most important we choose, the most useful, where every day we remember these ointments, these medical plants, or so on. Now, this is my presentation about medical species on high mountains, 2,700 meters, and some are 2 meters above the Black Sea. We have checked information on general distribution of species and their rarity in other regions of Georgia. Caucasus, or in the word is to herbaria. The general objective of the proposed project is to improve the livelihood and health of rural communities through the conservation, management, and sustainable use of medical and herbal plants for human and livestock, needing specific areas where ensuring effective protection of threatened species, habitat, and ecosystems. This is determined by law when our cost in opposite to alternative cultivation in medical plants, which needs high in-home garden technology and long time before planting will bring income to owners. The program is for conservation of medical plants. Georgia has long tradition in folk medicine. Already is reasonable estimate on the basis for the 14 and 15 interface daughter of King Ayatin Kol. As I mentioned before the previous presentation, Kolkhati was the old territory of Georgia in the west side. And this is a very famous legend about Nadir has a garden of medical plants where, according to recent scientific investigation, 74 species have been cultivated. 70 of them are still used for folk medicine and 35 in modern scientific medicine. It should be noticed that 55 of that species are mentioned in all Georgian medicinal book. It is noteworthy that such ancient times there was a tradition on the cultivated medicine plants in gardens in Georgia, which is indicative of tolerance of Georgian people to nature. Unfortunately, nowadays medical plants are collected mainly in the wild, which is seriously threaten their population, especially that is rare and vulnerable species. Cowboy ointment is very famous in Georgia, and everywhere you can buy this. And this is known calendula ointment, which contains tinctura of calendula. As using this ointment on wood and burn on purpose of healing is showing down, as the ointment contains only one medicinal preparation and vaseline. Vaseline makes scratches on the injured face, under which microwipes are easily reproduced. There is no ointment called for which is contains and don't work. The oak bark holds yarrow, millet, horse chestnut. This ointment is used. Some voices interrupt me. This ointment is used an analgesic and anti-inflammatory means and is less effective for healing the wounds and burns as hawthorn and belladonna and not characterized by anti-inflammatory and regeneration stimulating effects. This yellow millet and horse chestnut contain substances which hinder and block coagulation and do not affect the skin regeneration. The oak bark and nettles have anti-inflammatory properties, and it must be mentioned that tannin involved in oak bark and the reaction with the injured surface mucous membrane proteins at bar makes a coat under which purulent process occurs. The nettle increases the quantity of erythrocytes and hemoglobin, which is raised as burn and resulting in interface loss of plasma. The technical result of the present invention is in widening and assortment of medical preparation for treatment of burns and wounds in increasing treatment efforts. General characteristic flow for growing in Caucasus bowl is nearly 1.5 centimeter. In diameter is 1.5 or maybe 2 centimeters broad. Alpinus is 6 or 8 centimeter long, and the Worldvis is 20 or 25 centimeter long and 1.5 centimeter broad. They are molecular species and also contain polyphenols and turmeric along with vitamin C, vitamin E, folic acid, vitamin B6, and vitamin B12. Contains alkaloids and tazocine, galathinin, and licorice. Galathinin is used for medical industry for treatment, polymesis, and disease of the central nervous system. Other species have 20 centimeter long and 3 centimeter broad. These species are not four-molecular, a very ornamental plant. It grows well on the woodland edge. The bulb should be planted about 5 or 7 centimeters deep as early in the spring as possible. A good bee plant is provided an early source of pollen and nectar, and the plant takes about 4 years to flower from seed. The hair famous for its healing properties called almost everywhere in Georgia. If you plan to pick it up, consider the best time to collect in summer for the roots, September or October. The roots are richer in medical substances, so it's time to pick thoroughly. The roots of the plant are saturated with carbohydrates in nearly up to 50%, which dissolve well in winter. It is also rich in protein, sugar, and wax. The bitter taste is chicory is given by lactatium and lactic acid. Chicory is widely used as an appetite suppressant, digestive, metabolic regulator, diuretic, biliary remedy, and has one strange feature. It is an ideal remedy for diarrhea, and in case of constipation, it may have a mild laxative effect. So, chicory is effective in treating skin disease, allergic, purulent rash, colorectal cancer. Tincture of its roots calm and nervous system, regulates to work of the heart. Chickpea seed tincture has antipyretic, antiperspirant, and allergenic effects. And tincture of both the seed and the root, the best remedy for chicory is prepared as follows. 1 spoon chicory, pour 2 cups of water over the crushed fruit and bring to boil. Set aside nearly 1 or 2 hours and filter. Enjoy to taste and drink a cup 2 or 3 times a day before meals. 1 spoon chicory, pour 1 cup of boiling herb. Enjoy and drink half a cup 3 times a day before meals. To prepare a cool tincture, take nearly 20 grams of grass for a half liter of boiling water and set aside. Such a tincture will be useful for diapers in case of eczema. Okay, that's all for my presentation. Thank you for your attention. We have a lot of herbs, medical treatments, medical ointments, but we cannot present in one conference. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lika. Thank you to join us, and special for this floor also. We have a lot from Georgia. Let's pass to Gvansa and also
Hello.
Georgia Flora. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. All the presentations was really, really interesting and impressive. Now I'll share my presentation. I hope it's visible. Yes.
Just make full screen, please.
I'll do.
We are in thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I've done on my screen, but it's not full screen on everyone's screen. Okay. Just a moment. Well, so as usual, we have really interesting topic for today to discuss, and so this is medical plant and traditional herbal lotion of Georgia, and I'm going to talk about the traditional lotion of Georgia. So in Georgia, we have many kinds of lotions and ointments, medical plants and preparations derived from plants in the Caucasus and Georgia have for a long time been used for the treatment and prevention of virtually all human afflictions. Even today, people of these areas continue to test and use plants as medicine. Indeed, the study and application of medicinal plants and plant extracts has formed the basis for treatments of several disease, pain, and other afflictions. Research has revealed that many plants synthesize and accumulate natural constituents that have active psychological and physiological effects on the human body. A number of plant extracts that have been used as medicines over hundreds of years are constituents in most modern prescription drugs. The areas of environments within the Caucasus Mountains and Georgia produce a diverse flora with an assortment of medicinal properties. Due to creative powers, a number of these plant species continue to be used in folk medicines. As I told you, in Georgia, we have many different kinds of lotions, but what I choose for today is very well known. That's called Turmanidze Plus, and this is LTD was established in 2008, and since then has been successfully operating in the Georgian pharmaceutical market. The company produces 5 types of ointments and antiseptic disinfectant solutions. The whole products of Turmanidze Plus Ltd are made in Georgia enterprise, of which we are very proud. On the picture, you see company director. It's called Zurab Turmanidze, doctor, surgeon, general surgeon of Tbilisi, Alexander Aladashvili Clinical Hospital, corresponding member of the Georgian Military Medical Academy, member of UNESCO European Commission for Folk Medicine. The company's product has appeared in 5 different forms in the pharmacy network. The first one is Turmanide Plus ointment for burns. The second one is Turmanide Plus ointment antiseptic. Third is Turmanide Plus ointment for hemorrhoids and Turmanide Plus ointment for bed sores. And the fifth one is ointment for children. The last series of Turmanide was Plus face cream and news antiseptic solution Turmanide, which the company released in 2020 during the pandemic. Here on the picture you see the ointment antiseptic Turmanide, its pharmacological properties. The ointment has anti-inflammatory, anesthetic, and antiseptic action, and it is conducive to eliminate wound necrosis and the abscesses, stimulates regeneration and epitheliation, causing speedy healing and general improvement of a patient's health. And here we have such kind of indication for inflammatory process of sore tissues, carbuncles, furunculus, post-operative abscess, panaretium, hidradenitis, lymphadenitis, folliculitis, post-operative complicated wounds, a grave skin defect, tiny wound, post-traumatic open wound, common osteomyelitis, for inflammatory process of lower extremes caused by various disease, pancreatic, diabetic, angiopathy, obliterating arteriosclerosis, trophic nuclear bed sores, and exorations. Here is Turmanide cream, face cream, that also helps first, second, third degree burns and fourth degree burns. Prepare the burn surface for screen plastic surgery, freezing, red wind, exorations. And here is very important information that does not cause allergic reaction and has no contraindications. Here we have admission rules and doses, how we can use these ornaments. After treating the wound burnt surface, after treating the wound burnt surface with the appropriate antiseptic 3% hydrogen peroxide solution, apply a thin layer ointment applied to a piece of needle or a 3-layer dolband. Then we move on, and the wound should be treated and the dressing changed after every 24 hours. Well, on the picture you see the Turmanide ornament special for children. Here we have such kind of description: light yellowish ornaments with a faint specific odor. Pharmacological action: the ornament is characterized by anti-inflammatory, analgesic and antiseptic action, and testimonial superficial skin irritation, roasting, maceration, hyperemia when using disperable diapers for prophylaxis. Ornaments have successfully passed preclinical, animal, and clinical examination, and only then have been registered by the Agency for Regulation of Medical Activities of the Ministry of Labor, Health, and Social Affairs of Georgia. And the natural composition of turmeric plus ointments practically eliminates contradictions, allergic reactions, does not contain chemical impurities, and is successfully used for adults or children with diabetes, is safe for pregnant women and newborns. And I can highly recommend this ointment because it's really, really effective, and you can see the first results after the first use, and it's really effective and 100% naturally. That was all that I could tell you about my presentation. Thank you so much for your attention.
Thank you, Granta. You make us a good marketing for this company. But
Yes.
no medicinal plant in all the medicine. But thank you very much, and thank you to join us.